Hi guys, the Metal Maniac back again, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review on the album Antichrist by Gorgoroth. This is a band I just recently got into, about I don't know, a few weeks ago. But yeah, so this is their second album, and it was released, I believe, 1995. Yeah, I think. But yeah, so before I get into the songs, I'm going to name off the band members really quick. Oh wait, sorry, I completely forgot. Usually the band member credits are on the inside of like a pamphlet, but there's no pamphlet, so it's on the back. Infernus. Oh, by the way, for some reason they have these really fancy titles instead of, oh, this is the drummer, this is the singer, this is the guitarist or whatever. This is sort of really fancy titles. Anyway, yeah, Infernus, Desecration of Amplification and Poetry of Darkness and Satan, Hat, Voice of Darkness and Death, Pest, Nocturnal Growls from Hell, and Frost, Season Destruction of Wooden Coffins, and Symbols. But yeah, so it's it's kind of interesting that instead of just the regular this guy does this guy does this, it's sort of they have these really fancy titles, which is kind of cool actually. But yeah, so. Alright, on to the songs. So, the first song is not in English, in terms of the song title. It's in Norwegian. It's, I'm going to try to pronounce this, but I might mess it up, because again, I don't speak Norwegian, so I don't know how to actually, pronounce anything in the language. Enstrom lurkt av Karistent bold. I have no idea what that means. But yeah, the first song, what a way to start off the album. It's very cool. I love how it's nothing like too flashy or anything, which is expected of black metal. But even for black metal, it's kind of subtle, but in a way where it draws you in rather than bores you. There's this very simple riff that goes throughout the entirety of the song that, again, paired with the vocals and the drumming, really sort of adds an atmosphere that really draws you in, even starting at the first note that the song has, the very first, guitar note, but yeah, I love it, and then the vocals too are amazing. The second song is called, again, is in Norwegian, Begrotolets Heaven, I don't know, but yeah, it's another great song, just like with the first. Great atmosphere, great riffs and stuff, really good. Then the third song is actually my, I'd say it's probably my fourth favorite on the album, but I know it's hard to pick favorites on this one because, no, I won't spoil it, but, yeah, Gorgoroth, the song, and also the name of the band, very good. This one has the atmosphere of the first two songs, but amplifies it and makes it even more, even more almost hypnotizing, even more sort of like I don't know how to describe it, but it takes something that the first two had, which is, great atmosphere, riffs and everything, and vocals, and adds to that. It builds, its strength is it builds up with the strength of the first two songs, going into this song, and it's just another great progression of a song throughout the album. I absolutely love it. And near the end, it builds up and builds up, and it just Another great song. The next song is possibly my favorite song on the album, Possessed by Satan. Another great song. And again, there's this thing with the album that's so good, is that each song is a progression of the last, where they just build up the strengths of each song going forward until it's, it gets better and better and better and better. But yeah, just another great song. Very, very solid track listing so far. The next song is called Heaven's Fall. Another great one. Probably has one of my favorite guitar riffs on any of these songs. I'm going to say one of because there's just so many. Again, great vocals and everything, and it has the strength of the other songs as well. And then the last song is called Sorg. Another great song. This one it has a very cool end to it. Basically, again, just another great song throughout. But at the very end, you hear this sort of thunder strike, and then sort of a audio of like rain falling down on the ground. But it fades out with that, so that's really, really cool. But yeah, those are the songs. So artwork wise, these first couple Gorgoroth albums don't really have that much in terms of artwork. This one, for the most part, it's very simplistic. You have the title of the album there, Antichrist, then an upside down cross, and then the name of the band. You have these cool little, there we go. You have these little cool sort of like ornamental style corner things. And then on the very bottom here, it says True Norwegian Black Metal. But yeah, and then the back, again, there are the credits there. And then a little quote that basically is just another sort of kind of like a quote over here, just not the same thing, but it says I don't know. Also you have these really cool symbols here. Sorry, my camera's flipped. I had to change it in settings because when I looked back at my last few videos, for some reason everything was mirrored, so I had to change it. So yeah, these symbols on either side of this thing, they're like upside down crosses and a half pentagram with 666. Really, really cool. Now, so my final thoughts before my rating. A very, very, very good improvement over their first album. I do not like their first album. It's really bad. The production is absolutely non-existent. The vocals are so drowned in the mix on the entirety of that album to the point where you could barely hear them at all. To the point where, it's just might as well not have vocals on that album because you could barely hear them. The instrumentation is very sloppy. But yeah, that album, their first album, Pentagram, is absolute shit. So I am very happy that their second album is so good. It has a lot more strength to it. I think the structure of the production is way better. If there's an actual structure of production there, yeah, sure, it's raw as hell, but there's something there that, it's a sort of more cohesion. The production is actually there. The vocals are really, really good. Sort of very croaky and sort of very crackly. They're on the borderline of being super unique, but they still have a little bit of that, not generic, but standard black metal vocals. So they are slightly different than most black metal vocals, but I wouldn't say they're extremely unique or anything. The songs all throughout are great. You know, every single song is amazing, and I love how every single song, with the progression of this album, it just gets better and better and better and better, and doesn't fall or falter or anything. There's no weakness on this album whatsoever. You know, not the production, not any of the songs. So I'm gonna give this album a 10 out of 10. It's a perfect album, and yeah, I really, really love this album. But yeah. So that's about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.